Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Oakland Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Now Jackson on second down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
Detroit!
Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Fights off the defender, and he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice move. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have. Had it. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. The 20. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't they?
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, They're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll run it now out of the gun. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holland. And they work this well upfield across the 4. .45. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Detroit!
Jackson on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Here's Jackson. Going right side here, and it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On second down now. Turner, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? They'll set up a throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. Turner finding room to the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. It's Robertson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. On 1st down, Turner fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Second and 9 now from the 21. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Keeps himself upright. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. C.J. Mosley in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. Gets past one man. And now running right through it. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check motion, 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 motion. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run on first down. Turner, and he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
4 down, check. Gun!
On second down, Turner, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Turner. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit!
On second down, Jackson. And for a right side here, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's done. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35. Yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run on 1st down. Turner. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
You got three down. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team. Now, this one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Ravens taking the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Four down. All right, here we go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Pitts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Gun.
On 1st down, Newton. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Newton on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, set. 180. 8. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. You don't know no better.
Newton. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jordan Willis, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, here's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
We got 4.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll run it here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Even. 4 down. Even. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Pitts. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Buying time to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. McCaffrey on the counter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14.
20.
Now Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Let's rock now.
So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on